We usually think of computers as electronic machines, silicon chips crunching binary code through rigid, predictable circuits. But nature offers stranger possibilities. Deep inside certain chemical reactions, colorful waves pulse, spiral, and oscillate, creating dynamic patterns that look more like life than logic. Yet these patterns can do more than entertain. They can compute. In the field of non-Turing computation in chemical media, scientists are exploring how chemical reactions themselves, without electricity or transistors, can perform logic operations, solve problems, and even imitate decision-making processes. So what does non-Turing computation mean? Traditional computing, as described by Alan Turing, relies on a well-defined model, sequential steps, discrete symbols, and a memory tape. But many natural systems, including chemical ones, do not follow this structure. Instead of processing 1S and 0S through fixed pathways, non-Turing computation uses patterns, spatial interactions, and time-dependent behaviors to carry and transform information. It's a form of analog computing, soft, continuous, and reactive, closer to biology than to circuit boards. One of the most famous examples is the Belousov-Zhabotinsky BZ reaction. This is a nonlinear oscillating chemical reaction that, when mixed in the right way, produces waves of changing color that move through the solution like ripples in a pond. These chemical pulses aren't random. They can be shaped, guided, and made to interact, creating conditions where logic operations like and/or and not gates emerge from chemical diffusion and wave collision. You might ask, how can color changes be used to compute? Because these color pulses represent changing concentrations of reactants, which can be treated like signals. When two pulses collide and cancel, that can represent a 0. When they pass through or trigger a new pulse, that can represent a 1. Scientists design chemical geometries such as thin films with structured regions or droplet networks, where wave interactions behave in repeatable, rule-based ways. In this way, the chemical medium becomes a processor, computing via reaction-diffusion, logic, rather than wires and electricity. Are there real examples of problems solved this way? Yes. Researchers have used chemical media to simulate maze-solving algorithms, image recognition, and even spatial memory. A Bayesian reaction placed inside a pattern chamber can find the shortest path between 2 points, much like how slime molds or ants navigate mazes. In another setup, scientists used droplet networks containing DNA strands and enzymes to perform parallel logic operations, essentially wet computers that compute through molecular interactions instead of code. Why explore chemical computing at all? Because it opens doors to new kinds of biocompatible, soft, and parallel information processing in environments where electronics cannot survive, like inside living tissues, microfluidic chips, or hostile industrial settings. Chemical logic offers an alternative. These systems are inherently adaptive and analog, capable of responding to gradients, noise, and feedback in ways that traditional computers struggle with. You might ask, could this replace digital computing? Not likely for general tasks. Chemical systems are slow, hard to program precisely, and limited in scale. But they could augment digital systems in areas where complex spatial or temporal sensing is needed. For example, chemical computers could act as smart sensors, biological controllers, or embedded logic in soft robots that need to react in real time to environmental cues. What does this mean for science? It means that computation is not limited to machines. Nature computes in cells, in waves, in networks of molecules. By studying and harnessing these processes, researchers are beginning to build systems where matter itself becomes the algorithm and where thinking no longer requires wires, chips, or electricity. Oscillating chemical media support logic operations by using concentration waves as information carriers. In microstructured environments, wavefront intersections implement Boolean functions. Colliding pulses can annihilate, representing and, or pass through, representing or. Gate behavior emerges from the nonlinear kinetics of activator-inhibitor species, such as in the Belousov-Zhabotinsky BZ reaction, spatial confinement and channel geometry, tune wave speed or refractory periods, and interaction outcomes. Such gates operate asynchronously and without external clocks, relying solely on chemical kinetics and diffusion. A T-shaped microchannel filled with BZ solution acted as an AND gate when two input pulses were required to trigger an output wave. It's like marbles rolling down tracks that only release a final marble when two side marbles arrive simultaneously. Chemical oscillators exhibit periodic concentration peaks governed by autocatalysis and feedback inhibition. By selecting reaction parameters, temperature, catalyst concentration, and feed rates, researchers adjust the oscillation period and amplitude. Accurate timing ensures that waves arrive at junctions in the correct phase relationships to execute logic operations. Phase resetting via local perturbations provides a mechanism to synchronize or delay pulses. This intrinsic temporal control replaces electronic clock signals in conventional circuits. Varying the malonic acid concentration in a BZ reactor shifted the oscillation period from 20 to 60 seconds, enabling phase-tune gate operation. It's like tuning the tempo of a metronome to coordinate dancers arriving at precise beats. In chemical media, information is processed when traveling wavefronts collide, transforming input patterns into outputs through annihilation or redirection. These collision outcomes depend on wave geometry, refractory zones, and local medium excitability. Designing networks of corridors guides wave paths so that specific collision events map to logical truths. Unlike transistor switching, collisions are inherently reversible until dissipative losses intervene. This approach harnesses the physics of wave interactions for computation rather than charge transport. Circular arrays of channels directed BZ waves so that only intersecting pulses reached the central detector, implementing an XOR gate. It's like two water waves converging in a pond to either cancel each other out or merge, depending on their phase. Certain reaction diffusion systems exhibit bistability, allowing localized chemical states to persist as memory elements. A region can be switched between high and low concentration states by brief perturbations, storing a binary bit. These memory cells retain information until another wave resets them, enabling sequential logic and stateful computation. Stability against noise arises from activation thresholds and diffusive coupling. Combined with logic gates, these cells form the basis for finite state machines in chemical media. A chemostat chamber maintained a high activator concentration for hours until a controlled inhibitor injection flipped it to 0. It's like a latching light switch that stays on until you flip it off again. Microfluidic chips etched with networks of narrow channels confine and direct chemical waves with precision. Channel widths, junction angles, and chamber volumes determine wave propagation speed and interaction dynamics. Integrated valves and pumps can initiate pulses at specific locations, enabling programmable input patterns. Real-time imaging monitors wavefronts and adjusts flow conditions to optimize logic performance. Such platforms provide reproducible, scalable testbeds for chemical computing experiments. A PDMS chip with 20 interconnected channels executed a 4-bit adder by routing BZ waves through a cascade of logic cells. It's like a city's road network designed so cars, chemical pulses, follow prescribed routes to perform deliveries, logic tasks. Chemical media naturally support massively parallel computation. Thousands of wave interactions can occur simultaneously across a medium. Unlike serial transistor circuits, chemical logic exploits spatial superposition of waves, performing many logical operations in one reaction volume. This concurrency accelerates tasks like pattern recognition or global optimization that map well onto reaction diffusion processes. Parallel wave propagation also provides robustness, since local failures do not halt global computation. Designing algorithms for this medium leverages parallelism rather than sequential control. A reaction diffusion array solved a simple image edge detection problem by propagating waves across a 100x100 grid in one cycle. It's like an army of ants working together to map shortest paths through a maze all at once. Because chemical media lack precise, resettable memory and global control, they do not support arbitrary computation like a Turing machine. Noise, diffusion, and reaction variability limit the size and reliability of logic networks. Gate fan-out and signal restoration require careful chemical amplification, which can introduce delays and errors. Chemical reactors cannot easily implement random access memory or universal branching structures. Thus, these systems excel at specialized, analog processing rather than general-purpose digital computation. Attempts to cascade more than 8 logic gates in series on a BZ chip resulted in signal attenuation and timing drift that prevented correct outputs. It's like a semaphore flag system that can send only short, simple messages reliably, but cannot handle complex data streams. Some chemical networks exhibit adaptive responses, adjusting excitability based on previous stimuli to optimize future wave propagation. By embedding feedback loops such as concentration-dependent catalyst regeneration, systems can learn to favor certain logic pathways. This plasticity supports rudimentary forms of pattern recognition and memory consolidation. Adaptive chemical media thus blur the line between computation and emergent behavior. Harnessing this feature opens avenues for unconventional machine learning frameworks. A modified BZ medium, increased wave speed in frequently used channels, effectively optimizing routing for repeated input patterns. It's like a well-trodden forest path, becoming smoother and wider as more hikers use it. Non-Turing chemical computation finds use in solving problems naturally suited to reaction-diffusion dynamics, such as shortest path finding, image processing, and spatiotemporal pattern generation. These media also inspire hybrid systems that combine chemical processors with electronic readouts for sensing applications. Biomedical devices leveraging chemical logic can detect multiple biomarkers and make decisions in situ. Ongoing research explores embedding such systems in soft robotics for autonomous chemical navigation. Their unique properties complement digital electronics rather than replace them. A chemical processor routed pulses through a labyrinth of microchannels to identify the shortest competitor path in under 10 seconds. It's like using the ripples in a pond to map the fastest route between two stones rather than plotting it on a map.